So for the theme for today's practice, exploring the interplay of metta and wisdom. Metta and wisdom. So many different ways to practice or to consider the intersection and how metta and wisdom support each other. The one way I'd like to invite us to consider is that the wisdom teachings, insight teachings, or vipassana, there are three marks of existence. There are three characteristics of existence. And one of the characteristics of existence that is just the way life is thought to be, in the Pali, the word dukkha, which can be translated as just a sense of unease, dis-ease, also translated as stress, or kind of unsatisfactoriness, also translated as suffering. So many different shades of dukkha. But as I was saying, I think last time, really the word itself literally means and is from a wheel and an axle that doesn't quite fit well. There's kind of an ill fitting. There's kind of like kind of bumpy, kind of like lack of ease, like a bumpy ride. So the invitation to consider is, if we feel there is kind of sense of unease or dis-ease, which especially with what is happening in the world now, there might be just a general sense of unease, dis-ease, that it can show up in so many different ways. And a lot of times we might take it actually personally, that, oh, I'm not doing enough. I'm not enough. Whatever the condition is, I'm not doing enough. I'm not this enough. I'm not that enough. I'm not patient enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not hardworking enough. I'm not calm enough. I'm not spiritual enough. Whatever your version of not enoughness might be, and putting this sense and this sense of unease or dis-ease, instead of recognizing that, oh yeah, this is part of life. This is kind of like, yeah, this is what it's like being human. There's just kind of a little bit of bumpiness, kind of like, there's a rub. Things aren't always, being on cloud nine and being happy and joyous and it's all great. No, there's a rub. There's a rub in being human. It's just a part of being human. So recognizing that and just saying that, as I say it, for me, my nervous system relaxes. Like, yeah, it's like this. Instead of turning uh, to myself with judgment, like not doing this, not doing that. It's like, oh yeah, well, yes, there's always aspiration and inspiration for doing, for being, for waking up, and yet recognizing this just general dis-ease, the lack of ease, the discomfort that just could show up in so many different ways: anxiety, sadness, worry, just all these different ways that it can show up. And of course, there are ways to work with them too in the practice, but just to kind of recognize this underlying that, you're not doing it wrong, you're not living wrong. It's just a part of being human. There's a part of being human that's just, being human is hard, basically. Being human is not easy, is not for the faint of heart. It takes a lot of courage to go through this life, with its ups and downs and its physical challenges and emotional challenges, and just this whole deal of being human it has some unease in it. So recognizing that, we can relax a little bit. Yeah, it's like this. It's not perfect. It's not supposed to be. And recognizing that imperfection actually gives a sense of appreciation for the beauty, for the perfection of the imperfection, brings up tenderness in the heart. brings up metta, compassion in the heart for the challenges of human life. Oh yes, it's like this being human. It's like this for me and for everyone I know. It's bumpy. It's a bumpy ride. It's a part of it. It's just a part of it. And of course, we practice so that we can have more ease and freedom in the midst of bumpiness. And it's a character, the bumpiness is a characteristic of being human. So